question, and I want everybody to answer because I really had to think about this, and I really can't even truly answer. And it's a two-part question. One, would you date someone that is the exact same as you? That's one. And two, what is the hardest part about dating you? I guess why y'all think I'll just yap. Would I date someone that's like me? I mean, that's exactly like me. I honestly cannot say. I am a hothead sometimes. So that can be very discouraging dating me. I will say that. However, I'm also like the most loving, giving person, when I'm dating you. So it's like, I don't know, because it's pros and cons to dating me. I absolutely think it's more pros to dating me versus than cons to dating me. But I will say my snappy attitude is probably the worst thing about dating me. Because my snappiness can go any of the ways as I can shut down and not want to talk. I can yell. I can cry, which I don't like to do. And then I can just say things to really hurt your feelings in a very calm way, the way I'm talking right now.
That's a lot.
So,
I said that's a lot.
It is a lot. That's all in one because that's the snappy attitude I have. I have been working on it. I will say, a person that can testify to that is Kiki. Kiki can tell you, I went from super really snappy to kind of, more calmer. Nowadays, I'll talk to you about something before I go off, or I'll give you some kind of signs or signals about like, hey, I'm not feeling it or something like that. I do communicate a whole lot better now. So I will say that. But I do relapse with my attitude sometimes. So I'm not going to act like I'm perfect. I'll never act like I'm perfect because I'll never be perfect. But, I will say that though that is a flaw about dating me. It could be my attitude because you never know what part of those attitude that you would get from me. But I think absolutely dating me is, I'm not a prize, so I don't want to use that word. But I think dating me is an absolutely good thing. I'll bring way more positivity and way more happiness in your life than I'll bring attitude. Now I will, because I've worked on myself just a shit ton, and I see the wrongs that I did, and I see how I hurt people, and I don't want to do stuff like that. I want people happy around me, whether I'm dating you or not. That's what I want nowadays. I'm older. I want peace and happiness in my relationships, my friendships, my family ships, everything. So that's the bad thing about, that is the worst thing about dating me. And that also answers would I date someone like me?
I think that you described me a lot in what you were saying. I can agree with you like 100% on every fucking thing. But I think that I would date myself because then I would know already with the other person, because sometimes you may not know what the other person is like really thinking. Because I ask Dad all the time, because he always walking around every day, like nothing fucking hurts, and I'm like, what's your true feelings? So people can say that they okay and they really not. So if I'm dating somebody like me, I can kind of go off of that vibe and know like when it's really not okay.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other question?
What is the worst thing about dating you?
The worst thing. So like I said, everything that you said, but I think that I will shut down. Like I won't talk. Or I'll be like, everything's okay, when really in the inside I'm fucking dying and burning up, and you gonna just think that everything is okay. Or I just fucking go crazy and curse you out and be mean. And I don't like being mean because it be heavy on my shoulders. But yes, that's it.
Well, Q, what about you?
Would I date myself?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what is the worst thing about dating you?
I'm pretty chill. I don't really do too much. I be laid back.
I mean, it could be anything. You could be like, the worst part about dating me is I only like the text, or I don't want to pay for dates, or anything. I don't know. But it has to be something about you that is the worst part about dating you.
That's a hard question because I just don't like. It's the double standards for me. Like, don't do something that you don't want me to do, but you can do it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's because I was called controlling when I said she couldn't hang out with some male friends, but I couldn't hang out with female friends. So I guess that.
Mm-hmm. I don't like that shit. The fuck you mean? I can't hang out with the man, but you can hang out with the fuck that?
Yeah.
I get it.
But I thought of another thing. Like I'm really spoiled too. Like in a dating or relationship, like I would like things my way. Or I'll be like really sad and pouty. Anyway, go ahead.
All right, well, D, what about you?
Yes, I would date myself. I'm lit.
I knew he was going to absolutely come out the ballpark and say that.
I'm stubborn. But I'm lit though.
So that's the worst part about dating you, is that you are stubborn.
Yeah.
I know you're stubborn, and I've never dated you. But yeah, I mean, and I think it's absolutely okay to know your flaws and to try to work on them and be okay with working on them and knowing that, it's just something that, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people just be like, nah, I'm perfect. I know somebody that thinks she's fucking perfect. And for the most part, she is, but she absolutely have her flaws. So until you recognize them, it's always going to be a flaw. You got to work on it.
Yeah.
That was Reese's word of advice.